Hey Pat, I'm going to show you how to get into your slot machine and unjam it if you need to. The first thing that you'll have to do is put the key in this lock, turn it, and then it pivots outward and comes out. There's a little tab right here, and that tab is what's holding it in there. So when you go to put it back in, you put the tab in and then lock it in place. Now with this out, then that lets you get to a lever which is right there, and with some light on the cabinet you can see that that lever will pull towards the front of the cabinet. I'll reach in around and pull on it. Alright, it pulled forward, and what that allowed me to do was pull the lever forwards and release this back door so I can grab here and lift up and out. That's a finger here, hold on to the top, lift upwards and pull it out. Now with the door removed, there's this plate that is just sitting in there. There's two tabs and this edge goes underneath. So when you go to put back in, make sure that these tabs go underneath and this slides in like so. Alright. Then you have two screws on the top of the coin entry escutcheon here and here that need to be removed. And with these two screws now removed, you can grab onto the neck of the coin escutcheon and grab here underneath this bar, lifts just slightly upward and pull straight back. And out. Now if you think you do have a coin jam, watch this video and compare the machine in your house to what you see right here. This is the normal way the machine should sit after it's been played and when everything is okay. In other words, there should be two nickels here and that's it. Now right there is a finger, and I'm going to try to cycle this and watch what happens. That finger comes forward and it's looking for a nickel sitting right here. Well, there isn't a nickel, so it stops and I can't cycle the mechanism. However, when you insert a nickel, the normal place it goes is all the way down and rests right here so that it holds that finger back. And now with me holding back on the finger, I can cycle the mechanism. And now watch how this pushes the nickel down, pushes the lowest one out, and you end up with, again, two nickels. And that's the normal at-rest position. So if the mechanism won't cycle, or if it won't take any more nickels in the top there, then what I would do is look and see if you have more than two nickels here when you pull it out of the case. If there's nickels stacked all the way up in here, maybe one of the nickels that's sitting right here is bent or dirty or stuck, and you need to take any type of pointed sharp instrument that you have that you can dig with and try to push the nickels up and out, or push them down to clear them out. But if you have a coin jam, it's going to be someplace in this area most likely. So this is what you're looking for, and if there's more than two nickels here, nickels up in here, it has to be cleared out. As you're putting the mechanism back into the case, there are rails, metal rails, that this mechanism sits on and slides in, and you want to go slow and carefully and take the bottom of the mechanism and kind of rotate it back and forth. You're trying to keep it level and straight and get it slid in, and you notice that when it's slid in properly, you have from the back of the mechanism to the back of the machine, that is roughly 5/8 of an inch. All right, 1/2 inch to maybe 5/8, and it's pretty much the same all the way across. So you want to make sure that that is all the way in there. And also when it's all the way in, then these holes will line up and be very easy to drop the screws back in and screw it down. What you don't want is a mechanism that's sitting in here cattywampus. See how it comes right out to the edge here? And I got a gap here, so I need to kind of slide this back out or rotate a little bit, get it to find those grooves and then slide in. Also in this current position, you notice that we're not lined up here to put these screws back in. So if I rotate it a little bit, there you go. It just slid right in, straight all the way across, and now my screw hole's lined up. Now that the screws are back in place and this plate is back in place, I'm going to take this door, and the pin of this back door has to go in this hole. And so drop it in place, make sure that pin's in there, and make sure that this is latched back and forth, not going any place. And so now I can take this lever and push it back in, and by pushing this lever backwards, that drives the back of that lever, that rod back here, and grabs onto this so it can't come up. And then the last piece is this, and what this finger is for is to hold that lever, push backwards. This finger pushes on that lever so that it can't come forward and allow you to take the back door off. So remember, I'm putting this piece in first, that little tab, and then pivoting in, locking it up, and there you have it. Ready to play. Let's give it a try, see how it plays. Nickel in, pull the handle. Nothing. One more time. Oh! Nope, one cherry doesn't pay. You need 2 or more. That's what they do. Take your money.
For more information, visit GameRoomRepair.com.